Hey everybody, Ray Hagan here. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to do just a quick generic video on how to turn on the screens and how to turn on the lights before the prayer sets. The reason that we're taking time to do this is that we're finding that our live stream and that our prayer sets in person, they're looking a little different each time. It's not a huge deal, but it's creating some inconsistency as far as how things look. So for example, some sets might have the background screens on with the logo up, some sets might not have that. Some of you may not even know how to turn those on, so that's why we're taking the time to do this. We also want to make sure that the lights and the camera are turned on similar settings each time, that way the live stream looks pretty consistent. So this will take 4 to 5 minutes before your set each time, so if you can arrive just a little bit earlier, that would be great. So we're going to walk in and I'll walk you through some of these things. So I've got all the lights and everything turned off right now. I'm walking into the sound booth and I'm just going to walk upstairs to where the computer is and to where the light switches are. So John, I don't know if you can swing over here and show them these light switches. But right here on the wall, there's a series of lights. There's on and off switches, and there's also faders. You can kind of leave those up. If you want it a little bit dim, you can. This one here, we want to leave off, and here's why. When you turn it on, it turns on the fluorescent lighting on the stage, and that tends to wash things out just a little bit, so we want to just kind of leave that off. On the back wall, we have another row of light switches. Just come over here and turn the switches on. This turns our stage lights on, the scripture lights, and you'll notice that there's white electrical tape. That's our fancy way of saying, hey, this is where the slider should be. I believe Robbie is the one that determined where those need to be, so he put some tape over there. All right, and the next thing you want to do is come to the computer. And sometimes the computer will be turned off and you're going to need a password. There used to be a sticker on here with the password. I don't see that on here, but the password is Apple. It's just A-P-P-L-E. There's no uppercase, lowercase, nothing. It's just Apple. So once you get logged into the desktop, you're going to come over here. This is a software program we use called Pro Presenter, and you're going to click on it. And it's going to pull up this screen here. So once this screen is pulled up, we know that it's working. We want to come over to our remote controls and we want to turn the TVs on. So we've got 3 different controllers. We've got a left and a right, and then this one controls the big ones, the big TVs. So that one's on. Turning the right one on. Turning the left one on. So it takes just a minute for those to cycle on, and it's trying to communicate with the computer. Show them the blue screens, John. You might see those blue screens like that, and you're wondering why they're still like that. So you want to come back to Pro Presenter, and with your mouse, you want to move it up here to the left top corner, and there's a little button that says logo. Just click on that with the cursor, with the mouse pointer, and our logo pops up. So that's the default logo. If you happen to like the other one that says prayer room, there's a series of images in the bottom that says video image bin. The prayer room icon or the prayer room background is here. So you can just simply click on it and it pulls it up onto the screens. Same with the night watch. We know that the night watch bunch has been coming in, and we've been seeing that on the screen. That's really good as well. So that's pretty simple. If you want to just use the traditional black and white logo that we got, just simply go up to the top left corner and do that. So last thing we want to do is that we want to go down to the camera and just make sure that the camera is centered on the stage, or if it's just you by yourself and you want to zoom in a little bit closer, that you take the time to do that and make sure the camera's not off to the side or something. That way the Facebook Live stream is consistent. So let's walk down. Big step here. So John, if you can walk up here. Here's our camera. It's just right next to the soundboard. There's a couple of buttons, zoom in, zoom out, and it just turns to the left and to the right. So if you can kind of set it before you're set, and just to make sure that it's where you want it and that we're going to get a good thing. I feel like you're really close right now. So that's just it though. I appreciate you listening and watching. If you got any questions, let me know and I'll be glad to answer. I know this is a lot of details, but I think it's going to help us get a consistent look and something that's going to be usable for all the worship leaders. All right, thanks.